welcome back to my channel. So I hope you're all doing well. In today's video we are going to be doing how I highlight. I did actually put a question box on my story and I asked you guys what you wanted any help on in your makeup, and a lot of you said highlight, and I was a bit shocked. I didn't really know anyone would want to see anything like that, but I remember way before I even started doing makeup I used to do highlight completely different to how I do now. I actually did a video and it was like how I used to do my makeup versus how I do it now, and I did half a face each. If you haven't seen that video I'll leave it in the top line of the description. But the way I did it was completely different. I really don't like that on me now. So I've completely changed the way I do my highlight now. I really hope that you find this helpful. Please let me know in the comment section if you do. Before we start this video, make sure to subscribe and give it a thumbs up down below if you do enjoy. And let's get on to the video. I just grab a fluffy brush, any brush will do, as long as it's around like this size, it doesn't really matter. My biggest tip for this video is how I set my highlighter. So I kind of said it before I set my makeup. I like to set my face with a setting spray, which I'm going to do in a minute, because it kind of creates like a sticky base. I like to wet the brush, and I like to use a specific spray for this so that it helps it glow, and then obviously apply the highlighter, and then I do setting spray again. So it really is like stuck down and it stays for the whole day. So one of my favourite setting sprays that I do use is just the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I just like to apply it all over my face, just so it kind of creates like a fresh glowy base, but it's not like too wet so your face isn't like dripping from the spray. And then I just apply one of my favourite products ever, so it's the Revolution Glow Fix. I think this is around like £7. I would use this as a setting spray as well. I just prefer to use a different setting spray when I'm using this. This is a lot more, as you can see, like I've just applied it to my hand and it obviously looks a bit more wet, so I don't really want to apply it to my face, but it's a really good setting spray if you use it from far away. So I just like to spray my eyeshadow brush or a fluffy brush, whichever one you want to use, a couple of times just so that it's a bit sticky. I leave it for about 30 seconds. I don't set a timer or anything, so don't worry. I just like to kind of gauge the amount of time. So obviously while I'm waiting for around 30 seconds, I just like to apply all my highlighter from the Face Cosmetics highlighter pot. It's one of my favourite highlighters ever. It's a loose highlighter, so it's completely different to some of the other ones I have, and then we're just going to go in and use it. So obviously I've already set my face, and then I'm now going to just apply it to the areas that shine. As you can see, this area here shines, but I'm not going to apply it all here. I just kind of like to do it in a really precise spot, just like that. Like the tiniest bit ever. I used to do it all the way up, and then sometimes I just did it up here, but I didn't like it like that on myself. I know like the obvious glowy spot would be here, but I don't want to go that far down because then it would be here, and I think the way it would make my face look if I did it all the way down here is not what I kind of want to go for. So I'm just applying in a circle, and then I just do my nose. As you can see, my nose is shining there as well. Then I just do the same on the other side. As you can see, this highlighter does kind of have a reflex, so as I'm talking to you now, you can see this part glowing, but this side kind of looks like a bit more golden without the shine, if that makes sense. I have to be honest, even if I didn't spray my brush, it does kind of have that effect, but I really like that. And when you're like moving your head throughout the day, and when you're constantly moving around, I don't think it's too obvious. I think it's just mainly when you're sat still, you might notice that this side is obviously reflex. But if I turn my head, obviously it just changes, so it kind of just gives that effect. And then I like to do it just there on my forehead and just there, not all the way across. I just try and do it in 2 circles, and then I go back over it with my bronzer brush or blusher brush. It tends to be a blusher brush that I go back over with, just because my blusher has quite a glow to it as well, so it kind of makes the glow stay and it doesn't take it all away, but it's not as shiny now, so it just kind of gives a little bit of glow, as you can see. And then I just like to do my Cupid's bow, just the tiniest bit so it is a little bit more defined. I don't want to go crazy. I just like to go there and there, just so it kind of creates another bit of glow. A lot of people probably think this is too much highlighter, but that is just what I do, so I'm just showing you. Obviously you can take parts out of this, you might just want to do the cheek and leave the rest, that's absolutely fine. But this is obviously what I do, so I'm not going to miss parts out. And that is it. That is how I do my highlighter. Sometimes I add more, sometimes I use different highlighters. Obviously in part 2 you will see the completely different formula because I've got a different type of highlighter. It's more of a cream based highlighter, so I'm going to show you how I use that because obviously it does differ a little bit and they do work differently, you need different amounts. So tune in to that video when it does go up. I really hope you did enjoy. Make sure to check out my other how-to sections, obviously contour, all of that. I did actually film my contour one today, so if you wanted to see how I created my contour here, then you can go and check out that video. That should have gone up already. I really hope you did enjoy and I hope to see you soon in my brand new video. Bye!